Hello, 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 everybody. I see someone had already tried to jump on with me earlier. And yeah, I wasn't able to get started, but I hope that I could get you all to come back to chat with me for a little time. Just trying to get my other channel up and started to be able to go live, but I'm not able to do that just yet. So I'm going to go ahead, since I have it on my mind to do it, I'm going to go ahead and just do it here. Okay. So I hope I get some more people coming in. The topic for today is going to be basically, do you know if you're being mentally or emotionally abused? Okay. I know this is a gift basket channel, but yeah, I'm gonna do it on this channel right here, right now, because yeah, I can't get the other one up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Who do I have in the room today? Thank you for your thumbs up already. Who do I have in the room today? I hope you all have had a great Sunday, great start of your Sunday. I did. Have my breast cancer awareness colors on, have my pink on today. So, breast cancer ribbons up here from church. So, I hope you all have had a great start to your day. And if anybody that you know who is suffering from breast cancer or have recovered from breast cancer, or even if you've lost someone from breast cancer, I know you understand the importance of celebrating, not so much as celebrating, but bringing awareness to the breast cancer month. Okay. So thank y'all for coming. Like I said, thank y'all for coming. I'm not going to hold you all real long, but I do want to go over. Again, this is not, if anybody's here for gift baskets, that's not what I'm talking about this morning. Okay. Thank you, one person who's already given the video a like. I appreciate you, one person who's in the chat with me. Anybody want to say hi today? Do I have subscribers? Do I have just people that are just browsing this morning in with me? Who do I have? Everybody want to be quiet? That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and start what I started to start anyway. I hope the regular subscribers are jumping on, and if not, then whoever God has brought to the channel today is meant to be here. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, what I want to talk about today is whether or not you know if you're being mentally or emotionally abused in a relationship, whether it's whatever kind of relationship it is. It does not have to be um, a romantic relationship. It can be any kind of relationship, okay? So, in any kind of relationship that you may find yourself in, there may be times when you feel like, you know what, they say they love me, but for some reason, I'm not feeling that love. I'm not feeling that same kind of, um, outpouring of feeling that I'm not feeling all good inside, right? I'm not feeling what I think love should feel like. And so, with that being said, you have the question to ask yourself whether or not you're actually being loved, whether or not you are in something that's healthy. And once you evaluate that things, a lot of times you may be able to see that, you know what, I'm not, man, I'm not in a healthy relationship. And so I'm going to give you all some tips today that I've researched, and hopefully some of these things will be able to help you if you are straddling the fence trying to figure out, whether or not you are actually falling up under one of these categories. Maybe you can help yourself get out of it, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to support ourselves. We have to pour into ourselves, and we have to give ourselves what we need in order to be healthy, not just in our bodies, but in our hearts as well. Okay. So emotional or mental abuse. Hey, still classy. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for joining. Emotional or mental abuse can be subtle, and it often escalates over time, making it difficult to recognize. Here are some signs of emotional and mental abuse. I will say that I was in my former marriage. Say former marriage like I'm in a marriage now, but you know what I mean. I didn't realize that the things that I was enduring was actually considered abuse. He may not see it that way, but I in turn, in the end, I realized, you know what, that is abuse. That is what I dealt with, And so a lot of times we feel like, you know what, all marriages go through something, you know what I'm saying? Well, you got to like each other all the time. But when it's a consistency in it, and when you feel like some of the things that I'm going to talk about today, one of the things was gaslighting. One of the things was manipulation. When you recognize those things to be true in your relationships, then what you need to do is when you recognize it, you need to do what you need to do to get away from it, right? So one of the things again that are a clear telltale signs that you are being emotionally or mentally abused is, for one, constant criticism or belittling. And again, it does not have to be someone that's in a romantic relationship with you. It can be anybody, okay, who claims that they love you and who is in your space. If you are frequently criticized, insulted, or put it down, even in a joking manner, then they may be trying to manipulate you mentally, okay, and emotionally. If your thoughts, your feelings, or your accomplishments are belittled or dismissed, okay, then you have to pay attention to those things. Because one thing about it, somebody that truly and dearly loves you is not going to do those things. If they realize that, okay, you know what, these things that I may be saying to her, it hurts her feelings. So what that person is going to do, if that person really cares about you, that person is going to do everything in their power to not do that. They're going to be conscious of the things that they say to you, so that when those things come out and they hurt you, they'll do whatever they can do to make that right. Hey, Sandra. um my friend just told me she has breast cancer. My God. She was emotionally abused also, but divorced him 3 years ago. Well, praise God for that part. Got to get in a quiet stand, but I will pray now and watch later. Amen. Okay, Sandra, thank you so much for jumping on, and I wish your friend the best. We'll be praying for her. Hey, Brooklyn, Baskets and More. Hey, Rochelle, how are you? So yeah, y'all. So this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm representing this morning with my pink on. But this morning we are talking about mentally and emotional abuse. Okay, and y'all, I tried to jump on my other channel, so I apologize for jumping on Baskets with Trinka for this. But I still got some work to do apparently behind the scenes in order to jump on that other channel. Okay. Thank you so much, Rochelle. So anyway, so the first one was constant criticism or belittling. Again, I'm gonna recap this, okay, and then I'm not gonna go back and forth. Basically, those people that jump on after I get started, you all can look at the replay, okay. So the first one was constant criticism or belittling. If you are frequently criticized, insulted, or put down, even in a joking manner, then you need to watch that, okay? If your thoughts, your feelings, or your accomplishments are belittled or dismissed, then those are different signs that you are being emotionally or mentally abused. The second one is manipulation. Um, the abuser may try to control aspects of your life, such as who you talk to, where you go, and what you do. They may use guilt, threats, or emotional blackmail to manipulate your behavior. You feel like you have to walk on eggshells to avoid conflict or anger. Now, I've only gone through two, and I already about know. I don't even know who's all on the line. I see 5 likes. I see 10 people in the room so far. But I can almost guarantee you that some of you all have dealt with some of this stuff that I've already talked about. Okay. Um, I may not have dealt with everything that I'll talk about, but I definitely can relate to some of this stuff. Okay. I remember um, when I was married, I remember telling my ex husband that I felt this small sometimes when he talked to me, sometimes when he interacted with me. Y'all see how small that is? I remember not feeling my best when I would talk to him. I remember feeling like, nothing I said made sense. I would question my intelligence. I would question my ability to do anything that I put forth doing, because yeah, he yeah, he did not necessarily do for me what I felt like he needed to do for me in that way. And so for a long time, I didn't even recognize, like I said, for what it was. But at the end of the day, it was manipulation, and he was trying to make me feel like I was nobody. But we all know that regardless of what other people say, we have to believe in ourselves, right? And so that's what I started doing after a while. I started, just not even caring about how he viewed me. It was about how I viewed myself. And so that's what kind of got me through a lot of those situations. And isolation is another thing. An abuser may try to isolate you from your friends, family, or other support systems. Now, I never dealt with that. I don't think that in my relationship that ever happened. Um, so I don't have that. I always was an outgoer, so I always still kind of did what I wanted to do. They encourage you from seeing others or may become overly jealous when you spend time with people outside of the relationship. Now, again, I don't even feel like I dealt with that, to be honest with you. To a certain, well, I guess to a certain point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was just blatant out there. I think that he allowed me to kind of be who I wanted to be. But in turn, I think he allowed me to be who I wanted to be. But in doing so, I think that that may have caused a division. Okay. Sometimes those of you all who are still married, okay, I want you all to don't lose your identity of who you are, but at the same time, be conscious of the fact that if you are in a marriage, then you need to, that man or that woman, whoever's on the line, should be your first priority. Okay. A lot of times I will say in my marriage, I'm all over the place sometimes. And so I will say sometimes that because I thought I could be all over the place, a lot of times I may not have always been there for him as much as he would have wanted me to be. And I'm going to be straight up and tell you all that. So I tell you all, anybody who is married, take the time. Don't let anything disrupt you from your time together. Now, do I feel like that's the overall meaning of why I end up being divorced? No, I don't. No, I don't. Because communication is key. If that was the problem, then guess what you need to do? You need to talk to your spouse and you all need to come to an agreement for you not to lose yourself for who you are, but also be there for that person. Okay. So definitely, definitely do that. Okay. So blaming and deflecting is number four. And I want to say something too about the isolation. Now, I don't ever feel like I was isolated from my family or my friends or anything like that. But I will say sometimes in manipulative relationships, they will isolate themselves. You are in the same room, same house, but you'll find yourself feeling like you're not even, like they're not even there. Like they're there physically, but they're not there emotionally for you. They're not there spiritually for you. They're not there mentally for you. They're just there taking up space. And a lot of times that's what I experience, a lot of taking up space in my home. And that's not fulfilling at all. Okay. And so neither one of us grew in that kind of environment, right? And so what it did is it divided us as a couple. And so with that being said, hence we are today. Okay. Um, but I still feel like at the end of the day, if that man that I divorced was supposed to be my husband, he would still be. So don't get that part twisted, y'all. I'm not here to say that, okay, I made all these mistakes or he made all these mistakes and that's the reason why we are where we are. No, I feel like anybody who is worth fighting for, anybody that you truly and dearly love, you'll fight for them, okay? And you'll fight to the end. And so when one person decides that they want to, kind of move out and add somebody else into the equation, then there you go. Okay. So with that being said, y'all can only do what you can do for yourselves. Okay. It takes two people. One of my friends told me, look, Trinka, it takes two of y'all working towards that same goal. And if two of y'all are working towards that same goal, your marriage can be saved. But if two of y'all are not working towards that same goal of saving this particular marriage, then guess what? It's going to dissolve. Okay. It takes two people. A house divided falls, right? And that's what I believe to be true. Hello, everybody that's jumping on. It's Marie. Rochelle is here. Monique is here. Hello, 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 everybody. Y'all, welcome to Baskets by Trinka. I think it is. Yes, Baskets by Trinka, but I'm talking about this stuff today. I was trying to jump on my other channel and was not able to jump on this morning. So I got to figure out some things in order to go live on that channel. But right now, we are here, okay? So the other number four is blaming and deflecting. An abuser frequently blames you for their problems or emotions. Okay. They may refuse to take responsibility for their own actions and instead accuse you of being the problem. Hmm. You know that sound familiar, y'all? You always the problem. They ain't never the problem. You just always it. You're the reason why this ain't going right, that ain't going right, and everything. Hey, Taylor May, you're the reason why. Those of you all who did not jump on, who are already subscribed to my other channel, those of you who are subscribed to my other channel, you already know kind of what I'm talking about. Those of you who have not, then you have no clue. I have another channel called um, Trinka's Journey Through Healing. And this is part of what I'll be talking about over there. Okay. And I'm doing it again on this page because I was not able to get up on the other side. So if I lose people, that's fine if y'all didn't come necessarily for that. But anyway, the abuser frequently blames you for their problems and their emotions. They don't take ownership for what they have going on in their lives. They call it deflecting, I guess. They usually deflect on what their issues are and they kind of make it all your problem. I don't by any means, like I said, feel like um, the relationship that I was in was all the reason why I failed was all me, by no means. And I don't feel like it was all him by no means. I feel like it was a collaboration of us. Not doing what we need to do in order to save the marriage. Number five, gaslighting. The abuser distorts reality, denies things that they've said or done, or makes you question your own memory, perception, or sanity. When I tell you that right there, oh my God. I remember having conversations and I remember having to, I felt like I needed to record our conversations because I'm like, oh my God, I know I didn't say that. Oh my God, I know you did say that. That was crazy. Made me feel like I was losing my mind, y'all. And I'm like, I know I did not just say that. And I know you said that. And he would swear me down. No, I didn't say that, or yes, you did say that, or whatever. It was deliberately trying to make me feel like I was the crazy one. I promise you, I always felt like I was losing my complete mind. I'm like, nothing is making sense. You have a conversation at the end of the day, it's like that conversation was not resolved. The problem was not resolved at all. Okay. You often feel confused. Like I said, like they just said, you feel confused, doubt yourself. You feel like you're losing it. There you go. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like I was losing my mind half of the time when I had this conversation with him. And I believe it's on purpose. I believe that they be deliberately trying to make you feel like you crazy. Anybody who's not just a spouse, but anybody who can be emotionally or mentally abusive, they deliberately try to make you feel like you're the problem. You the problem. What you saying don't make sense, or what you know what I'm saying. They'll just deliberately make you feel that way. Withholding affection or communication is number six. Wow. They may use silent treatments, withholding affection or communication as punishment to control you. My, my. I got memories of that, y'all. Being in the same room, and you think I wasn't in the same room with this man. Oh, child, give me the brick wall so quick. You would think he was in a whole nother world and I was in a whole nother world. And that at the end of the day, it does something to you. It wears on you. You try to be all big and bad and say, well, I don't care. He ain't got to talk to me. But at the end of the day, somebody that is supposed to be there to cover you and love you as your spouse, that bothers you. And so that's what that did to me. Eventually, it started to bother me. It started to bother my self worth. And yeah, it just got to be too much at some point. I just could not understand, like, how in the world could someone treat another human being like that? How could somebody just act like that person doesn't even exist in the same room? I can understand it, y'all. I still to this day don't understand why a person would just try to isolate themselves or withhold affection from you. For whatever reason. And I think we say it, I've heard the term used, and I think we would say it to each other, hurt people. And so when you are in a space where you can't necessarily um ex- deal with your own issues, or you got some issues that you need to deal with that you haven't healed on your own, then You tend to hurt the people that are close to you. You tend to hurt the people that are trying to love you. And I think that's what ended up happening. I feel like that was hurt. That was hurt. And then in turn we were hurt. I was hurt, he was hurt. And so, like I said, I tried to be big and bad and tried to kind of stand up for myself. And with that being said, I started probably doing the things that he would do was doing to me. Never isolation, I don't feel like, but definitely trying to be. I feel like I tried to just, I don't know, I just tried to stand my own ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bitty person. I'm like 5'3", and he was much bigger. He was a big old person, probably two of me. And so, with that being said, I felt like I had to create in me a different person in order to be able to stand up to him. You know what I mean? And so the way that I started acting, y'all, I wasn't that wasn't the characteristic that I want to be proud of. But I feel like I had to be this person in order to be able to withstand what was going on in my home. I felt like I had to just, again, I didn't feel like I isolated him, but I really feel like there were certain times when I would say things that were like truly out of character, but they were out of anger. They were because I was trying to be heard by him. I was trying to be seen by him. I was trying to be loved by him even. And so I would say things, I'm like, dang, what is it? And you are trying, you are trying, you are trying. And at the end of the day, if somebody is not going to love you, y'all, I don't care how much you try. If that person's heart is not in it, they are not going to give you what you need. So to be honest, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time you trying to be in their ear, because most of the time, if they're not showing that love and affection to you, they've already checked out. They are already on that. They've already moved on to, really be honest with you, somebody else. Okay. And that's why you're not able to receive what you think that you should be receiving, is because they're already on a new chapter. And you thinking that you trying to fix this, but they are already somewhere else. That's the real problem. Most of the time, men will be here physically way after they've left mentally and emotionally. Okay, so women, don't waste a whole lot of time. If all I have on here is women, don't waste a whole lot of time just giving yourself to a person that clearly is not giving himself to you. Okay, that's the mistake I made, because I tried over and over and over again to be this person that I felt like he needed me to be, and at the end of the day, it was not enough because he had moved on. Okay, so I'm sharing this, y'all, because I don't want anybody to have to go through years. We're older. Most of us on here, I don't know the ages of people that are on here, but I'm 53. And I remember saying, you know what, I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting too old to be crying at night. I'm too old for this. I don't want my children to always see me, in a state of just not being the bubbly trinker that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I just decided one day I was done. I'm just done with this. I'm like, what we need to do to dissolve this kind of thing. And usually that's what happens. Men most of the time will stay in a relationship as long as you allow them there, as long as you don't give them consequences for the different things that they do. And sometimes, and y'all, I don't want to get caught up and just say men would do that. And there are some manipulative women as well. Okay, I want to make that clear as well, so that y'all men don't come for me in the comments if there are any that ever see this. But I do know that there are some women who are just as manipulative. Okay, so let's just say anybody who is showing you. Maya Angelou said it best. Okay, if they show you who they are, believe them. Okay, don't try to paint a whole nother picture when they're clearly showing you that they don't love you, they don't respect you. One thing about it, when once respect is gone, that's it. It's done. Okay. Once trust is gone, if you have a reason not to trust somebody, it's probably more likely they're gonna be kind of doing that thing over and over again. You're wasting your time. I feel like you're wasting your time, okay? Because one thing about it, if I and let me just say this, I do believe that people can be redeemed and people will can change from their bad ways or whatever. But first off, what they have to do is they got to repent of those things. And if they are just sorry they got caught and they're not, if from their heart, excuse me, y'all, close. If they're not from their heart, sorry for what has happened and transpired, then guess what? It'll happen again. It will happen again, okay? So, I'm sorry is not enough to make a transformation in your relationship, okay? What you need to do is what that person needs to do is sincerely repent. If they sincerely repent to you, then yeah, you can have a good, productive relationship and a good, productive marriage. I believe that to be true. But again, if that's not what's been in, if that is not what's in that person's heart, then it's not happening. I don't care how much they say they sorry. It's not going to happen. If their heart has not changed towards you, it's not happening. So again, I feel like you're wasting your time being there. I really do. Number 7 is unpredictable reactions. An abuser may have unpredictable mood swings where they are kind and loving one moment and harsh and cold the other moment. My. I can so relate to that one. I'm like, what the world? You turned that light switch off real quick, didn't you? That is the worst relationship to be in. Not knowing, you don't never have to guess for one whether or not somebody loves you. Actions, I don't care how many times they say it, y'all. Their actions got to line up. Point blank period. Their actions have got to line up with what they're saying to you. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the I love yous and the little quick pecks going out the door and the quick little hugs here and there and the text periodic. Don't listen. You'll know, woman or man, you'll know if that thing feels real. Okay. And don't fool yourself either. You don't fool yourself. We have intuition for a reason, okay? You follow that intuition. If that intuition is telling you something's off, then pay attention to that thing, okay? See if you can get some help in that area. I'm not advocating divorce at all. I don't want anybody to have to go through a failed marriage. My divorce is fine. I mean, I'm good in this space here. But I'm saying before, I don't want anybody to be in a relationship that is repairable and leave. I think effort means everything. I remember hearing a sermon one day, and the pastor was saying that if he's telling his wife, okay, we're going to go to a restaurant or we're going to do A, B, or C, and if 10 minutes down the line, or say for instance, if they're supposed to go at 7 o'clock and at 6:30, he don't see that his wife is getting ready to go, he's going to be discouraged. He can be like, what the world, right? What are you doing? What are you doing to prepare yourself to go? If you don't see any action, then you're not going to believe, right? If she had been in the mirror prepping her face and getting her clothes out, this, that, and the other, he would be cool. He'd be like, okay, cool. Well, guess what? She ready. She's getting ready. So I ain't got to say nothing. If you don't see that person making no moves in those directions, if they are just talk and no action, let the talk go in one ear, not the other, okay? Because they are not doing anything. You are not getting anything accomplished in that situation. I'm just saying. Don't waste your time. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, the turning on the light switch and turning off the light switch, turning on the affection one day and then the next day withdrawing the affection. Like, dang, I thought we were in a better place. I thought after yesterday we were good. It's a game some people play. It's a game some people play, unfortunately. And I don't know. I want to kind of think that they don't know what they're doing, but yeah, I think they do. Unfortunately, I think they do. Um, the inconsistency can make you anxious or fearful about what will trigger their next negative reaction. Because you never know what in the world is going to be because you never know what your day is going to be like. You're always on guard. You don't know what person is going to come through that door. You don't know what person you're going to wake up to. You're trying to please the person from yesterday, and it's a whole nother person today. Y'all, how crazy is that? And I just refuse to continue to live like that, y'all. I kind of woke up. I'm 53, almost 54. I've been divorced almost 5 years. And I remember waking up saying, enough is enough. I have dealt with this kind of back and forth, not knowing what's what, not knowing what my future's like. I couldn't even plan for next week. I couldn't plan for next month because I didn't know. I didn't know where his mind was going to be. And in hindsight, y'all, I realized why I didn't know, because there was a whole nother person over there. That's why I didn't know. So if ever you're confused, I ain't saying everybody cheating. Everybody ain't got no spouse that cheated. But in my situation, that's what it was. That was a whole nother person over here. Um, yes, I'm gonna go back and read. I see a new person on abiding of the straight and narrow path. On the straight and narrow path. Thank you all for jumping on. But yeah, they can never be true to you when they got somebody else on the other side. And in the end, that's what I realized, y'all. That's what I realized. Um, and I wish that just had given me the courtesy. Look, just let me know you ain't cool with Trinka no more. I would have been good with that. But a lot of times people won't do that for you. Again, most men will stay as long as you allow them to do their dirt and come back home. Most men will stay. Most men are not filing for divorce, okay, because they trying to stay. They want the cake and ice cream too, most of them. And so they're not going to leave. And until we are bold enough and strong enough to make that stance for ourselves, we will continue to be used and abused, okay? That's just what it is. That's just facts, okay? And I'm sure, again, I want to just narrow it down to just what men would do. But again, I'm sure that there are some women who are just as manipulative. I want to continue to reiterate that because I don't want anybody to think that you just bashing men. No, I'm not. I'm not just bashing men. Okay. And I will tell you this too, and I probably have said it before. I'm not here to just bash him. What I'm doing is just reiterating the different feelings that I had when I was married to him. Okay, I wish him nothing but the best. So let me again make that clear. But at the same time, I cannot completely heal and act like the things that happened to me did not happen. I cannot completely move forward and not recognize the things for what they are, because what if I do that, then what's going to happen in my next relationship? I'm going to learn to accept those things as normal, and they're not normal. Listen, gaslighting, manipulation, isolation, just tripping, acting like trying to make the situation, the different things I've already talked about. Those things are not normal in a relationship. Okay, they're just not. Number 9, threats. Hold on. Number 8, I'm sorry. Number 8 is shaming or guilt tripping. They may make you feel ashamed or guilty for things that aren't your fault. They could use your insecurities or vulnerabilities against you to make you feel worthless and inadequate. I'm gonna say this about that right there. Um, the style that I wear now, my shortcut, was something that was looked at as disgusting. Okay. Um, I remember sitting in counseling one day, and he shared in the therapist session that he couldn't bear to look at me with my hair short like this. And I'm like, really? And it hurt me, y'all. It hurt me to the core to hear my husband at the time say that about me. So he was not loving the person that I am. It was all about vanity. Okay. It was all about vanity. And turns out the person that he was with had this long flowing hair. So guess what? It made sense. It made sense. So that's why he could not appreciate the beauty that was before him, because he was looking at something else and that looked more appealing than my short natural hair. And so I couldn't understand it. I'm like, but I like my hair. I like my short hair. I like my natural look. And it's more economical, because are you going to be getting my hair done out every 2 weeks? The answer is more likely no. So with that being said, I got to do what I got to do, right? In order to be, not go broke, trying to stay cute, and all of that good stuff. I see a lot of people jumping on y'all. Um, Gotcha. Gift design and love of baskets and inspiration. Girl, sometimes I be doing that with these different channels. I don't be knowing which channel I'm trying to go live from and all that other stuff. So I get it. I get it. But yeah, so y'all, anyway, yeah, to hear that in a counseling session was very heartbreaking. It was. But that was his truth. And that was his truth. And it was what it was, y'all. It was what it was. That was his truth. Number 9, threats are intimidation. They may threaten to leave you, harm you, or harm themselves if you don't want what they want. I never dealt with that. Okay. Even if no physical harm is threatened, their words or actions may make you feel scared or anxious. Well, now that I read that part, I remember hearing, nobody's gonna love you, or nobody's going to um, kind of deal with you like I did with you, kind of thing, kind of stuff. And I'm like, what you had to deal with, man? You the one out there cheating. So you dealt with the results of you cheating on me. You dealt with me trying to hold my ground. You dealt with me trying to defend myself. You dealt with me not trying to not stand up with all of the shenanigans of what happens when somebody's out cheating. They know what they do, okay, and they know when they come back, they're not a full person. They come back, and they come back into your home after being out all night, maybe all weekend. Said you were one place and you were some other place. They come back and not a whole person, but yet I'm tripping because, yeah. Mhm. Again, manipulation, trying to manipulating my feelings, trying to make it seem like you tripping for no reason. Y'all don't let people do y'all like that. Don't let people make you feel like you are tripping for no reason. You got reason to trip. Again, we know what love feels like. I knew that that did not feel like love. And the fact that I was making a stink about it, I was tripping. I was crazy. Really? So what I should have done sooner than what I did was leave that situation. Again, that's why I'm here, y'all. That's why I'm being vulnerable. That's why I'm opening up. I don't want anybody else to have to deal with the kind of just disrespect. Okay? I don't want anybody to have to deal with that kind of stuff. Nobody should have to deal with that. Okay? Now, is he a reformed person now? I pray and hope he is in his new marriage. Okay. I pray and hope that he's a reformed person. I really do. Because I want my daughter to see that God changes things, right? And that, her daddy can be a good husband. That's what I would like to see. Okay. So hopefully he is reformed. Yeah. Number 10, undermining your self worth. They try to make you feel worthless, stupid, or incapable. They might make sarcastic or demeaning comments implying that you can't do anything right. Anybody dealt with that kind of stuff? Yeah, yeah. And so the kind of support that I was supposed to give, good morning, everybody. Yes, yes, gaslighting at its ultimate, honey. Yes. And see, back in the day, narcissistic behavior was not on our radar. We didn't know. 5 years ago, we didn't know the word narcissist, right? But I see it. I see it, see it, see it. And most people who are narcissists, I don't know, child. I don't know. Do they know they narcissists? I don't even know. Oh, child. But I know that they got to know that the things that they're doing are hurtful. Again, anybody that loves you and care about you will not continue to do the things that you tell them continuously. This hurts me. And they see you crying. They see your tears and they don't change their ways. So anybody that sees your tears, see you crying and don't change their ways, y'all, if they're not willing to change their ways, then you need to change what you need to change your way. You need to change your ways if they're not willing to change their ways, okay? Um, Number 11, excessive monitoring or jealousy. Again, I don't think that he ever did this kind of stuff because he was out doing his own thing. He didn't ever check on me, I don't think, because he was busy. And I was faithful for 22 years. Let's make that plain and clear, okay? They may consistently check up on you, check your whereabouts, or accuse you of infidelity without reason. Well, you know what? I did get accused of something like that, but no reason. And I think that that right there is one of those things where you just trying to what they call it, um y'all, when you're accusing me but you the one doing it. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, really? I remember when the times that that kind of thing would come into the conversation, I just laughed at it. And I'm like, really? It was laughable to me. Child, please. You know I'm a faithful person. You know I'm a faithful person. They may invade your privacy, such as going through your phone or personal belongings. If I can't trust you, and there was a point, I remember one time when I knew for sure that he was cheating. I remember reading a conversation that he was having with someone, and I knew for sure that infidelity was in my marriage. Um, and I did this because I had signs, I had clear signs. He left his phone open, fell asleep, left his phone wide open. I woke him up to all kind of yelling and fussing and cussing and all kind of stuff, y'all. Not the trinket y'all see here. Woo, child. But again, that kind of behavior is not acceptable, okay? That is not acceptable. Get yourself up out of that craziness, Trinker. And eventually I did, but it took some time. It wasn't, how many of y'all know? I don't care how much fussing and cussing you do, okay? It's not going to change because they feel like once you finish fussing and cussing and whatever you do, guess what? Things are going to go back to normal. They ain't got to make no changes. They can endure that. That's about like a kid that endures a spanking. They can endure that spanking, child, please. I know this ain't gonna last forever. I'm just gonna go. If they ain't no real consequences, they're gonna go back to their regular activity, their planned activities, as he did, as he did. Um, Emotional outbursts. Again, I don't think he ever went through anything of mine because he wasn't gonna find nothing. They had number 12, emotional outbursts. The abuser might have sudden, intense emotional outbursts that leave you feeling scared, overwhelmed, or powerless. They may use their outbursts to dominate or intimidate you. Anybody dealt with that? And I think a part of that for me, the outbursts and different things that I feel like I experienced was because he was trying to balance two. I think that's what it was. And again, when if something was going on that end, then you came back and you kind of, your emotions are still there because you're not a machine. Your emotions are still there. And so what you do is you come back and you deflect, is the word I was using. You brain is what I was thinking earlier, but you deflect that onto me. You bring that to me or to you. They bring it to you and you're not even the problem. The problem is out there in the streets, okay? And but you bring the problem to me as if I made you mad. Y'all, this stuff is crazy. The more and more I think back on this thing, y'all, that was crazy. That was super duper crazy, y'all. And so for me to have the sense that I have today, nothing but the grace of God. Nothing but the grace of God. Nothing but the grace of God, y'all. I was supposed to lose my mind because trust me, I feel like he tried everything. Or he let the devil use him in a way where everything was tried to break me down. I was not supposed to be here looking all cute in front of this camera today. I was not, y'all. I was not. I was supposed to be somewhere balled up in a ball, just boohoo crying and still in that marriage. That's where I was supposed to be. I feel like, again, as long as I would have stayed, I think it would have stayed. Regardless, I really do. I really do. At the end of the day, I really feel that. So, how does it feel, y'all? How does it feel when you're being emotionally and you're um, mentally abused? What does that feel like? You often feel anxious, on edge, or like you can't predict their reaction. I remember when I would pull up to my house when I was still married. I remember um, looking all fine and thriving. That's right. All things for the K. I see you, girl. Thank you. But I remember there were times when I knew that he'd be home. It would just bring so much anxiety into me. I remember, oh my God, I remember when I would pull up, y'all, my insides would just do something crazy. It would, because I knew I had to go in not knowing what kind of person I was going to be dealing with when I got in. I pretty much knew he would kind of be in his own world. I pretty much knew that he wouldn't interact, or it would be like we two people just roommates. And at this point is when he had checked out. I think for a long time he tried to fake the funk. I believe for a long time he tried to pretend that he was here. But at the end of the day, again, I don't care how much you try to pretend, your true feelings are going to come out in your actions, okay? I don't care what your words say. Your true feelings are going to come out in your actions. And so I felt it. You feel whether or not something's right or whether or not something's not right. You do. You feel that as a woman. You feel drained. You feel hopeless. You feel trapped in a relationship. I remember feeling all of that. I remember asking God, how long, Jesus? How long I got to deal with this? Like it was to a point, y'all, and this is when I know this is how I knew it was bad. When I said, Lord, I knew it was bad. Lord, listen, do whatever you got to do to get him out of my life. I don't care what it is. Do whatever you got to do. I don't care what channel you use, whatever. Just let him be gone. I needed him gone. But yeah, I felt hopeless. I felt like I was married. I was trying to love a wall, and I've said that before. I felt, y'all, excuse me, this nose. Oh my God. It's something about when I go on live, y'all. I promise y'all, when I be off camera, my nose is not itch. I don't know what it is. Y'all looking at me hard. Is that what it'll make my nose itch? I don't know. But hunty, look at all of these. Look at all of these comments. I can't wait to read them. Um, but yeah, I was so drained, y'all. I was so drained. That's probably one of the reasons why my mama told me that he had taken the sparkle out of my eyes. I was just drained. I was so tired of trying, y'all. Everything I tried didn't work. Nothing I tried really, really gelled and worked. And again, I know why. Over time, you might begin to lose confidence in yourself, feel isolated from others, or struggle with depression or anxiety. If you're experiencing these signs, it is important to reach out to someone you trust or seek professional support. Emotional abuse can have serious long term effects on mental health and well being. As this is so true because 5 years later, almost 5 years later, I'm still dealing with it. Um, I'm still dealing with, mm, not, I'm not hurt to the point where I cry about it anymore, but the effects of it still bother me. Okay. I just kind of sit back and I just be like looking back and I just be grateful of where he got me. But I'm thinking, Lord, why did it take you so long? Like, Trinka, why did it take you so long to realize that this man did not love you? What, why did it take you so long to realize that? What was it about yourself that allowed this person to treat you like this and you continue to deal with it? What is it that I needed to learn about Trinka? Okay. You're never to love anybody more than you love yourself. Okay. I cared more about being married, apparently, than being treated like a wife. I cared more about that. And that ain't how it's supposed to be. That ain't how it's supposed to be. And so again, I woke up one day and I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And so, with me deciding one day that I was done was my wake up call for me. It was my beginning to my journey of healing because I remember even having a conversation, and I'm like, you're already at that point where you're over me. I need for you to move on so I can get over you. Okay. It was clear that I'm not at the point. We were not at the same point at the same time. He had checked out a long time ago. And be honest with you, these are his words. He had checked out a long time ago. And so when I heard those words, y'all, it devastated me. Wow, I'm fighting. I'm fighting for a relationship because, you hear people say, Trinka, don't give up on your marriage. And, you know, in the church, they tell you, you fight, you fight, you fight too. And then to hear him say he had checked out a long time ago, I felt like horrible. You fighting for something that was never any hope for it anyway, because he'd already checked out. So I am being very super duper vulnerable on this channel today But I'm doing it in hopes. Like I said, I keep saying this. This is the reason why I feel like God has opened me up to be able to be so transparent. The dogs got something to say. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out, right? And he said, woof. Who let them dogs out? Now the little doggy wants to say something. Let me go back and see what y'all have to say here. Let me do this. Let me go on my phone so I won't have to be so close to the camera, okay? Y'all give me a moment to find it here. I think I gotta switch channels in order to see it, y'all. So do I go on my own channel and look at y'all? Or do I go on another channel? Let's see. Okay, we know y'all are out, doggies. Okay, so here we go. So let me look at some comments here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get where I need to be. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. Hold on, let me turn this volume down, y'all. Y'all know I ain't used to this. I ain't used to it. Okay, Still Classy was the first one in the house this morning. Thank you so much for coming on, Still Classy. Sandra says, hey, Trinka, my friend. Okay, I read that already. Brooklyn Baskets is in the house. How are you? Decorating Town, Rochelle. Good morning, afternoon at this point. How are you? Thank you so much, Rochelle. Hello, So Selfless Gifts and Baskets. How are you? Thank you so much, Still Classy. She says, I look beautiful in my pink. Thank you so much. S. Marie is in the house. Hello, how are you? Yes, me also. Some of the things you can relate to that I talked about, Rochelle, you said that it's about 5 years for you out. Praise God. We are out and we are thriving, honey. All things precious. Hey, Rolitha. Monique is in the house. Hello. Taylor Maid says, hello, everybody. Have a blessed Sunday. Gail is in the house. Hey, Gail. As Marie said, please like the live. Thank you so much, Marie. I think that we're probably up to where we need to be with the lives and the people that are in the chat. Thank you so much. Hey, all thanks with a K. Thank you so much. All thanks with a K. Hey, Katrina, how are you? Thank you for making it, Katrina. Monique says, I've never been in this situation. Well, praise God for that, girl. But I can say that you were brave and strong. I'm proud of you for getting out of that situation. Girl, by the grace of God, thank you. And Monique, that's such a blessing that you've never experienced that. It really is. It's such a blessing that you have not. And I hope that in listening to me, you're not, if you ever are in a relationship that even resembles anything that I've talked about, that you'll cut that thing real quick, okay? Cut that thing real quick and get out of it. Life is short. We don't need to stay in relationships that are no longer serving us, regardless to who it is. Miss Nene says, good morning, Trinka and everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you, Miss Nene. She said, this is good. So Deandra said, good morning. Good morning, Deandra. Okay, hello. So sorry for accidentally commenting about it. Okay. Narcissism, gift designing, love of baskets, and inspiration says, narcissism is oftentimes an underlying issue in people's lives, which is not seen until you are in a well-established relationship with them. I never experienced this, but a loved one of mine has. Wow, it's such a blessing that you all have never experienced this. I don't wish it, be honest with you, I don't wish it upon my worst enemy, because it takes a strong person to be able to come out of it. It really does. It takes a strong person to be able to go through that every day and not lose their total self-worth. because that person will make you feel like you're not worthy of anything, like you're not good enough for anything. And again, a lot of times it is because their mindsets are, or their hearts are somewhere else. So there's no way he can pour into you like he should because of the absence of you even being relevant in his heart. That makes sense. Yes, small things, all things with a K is gaslighting. My husband, very, very narcissistic, is what Katrina says. Yes. Um, Kay says, I thought I was going to be on the other channel. I thought this was so. Yes, it was, but I cannot seem to get the live started on the other channel. So I am going to be working on that even more. But because I had it in my heart to go ahead and say, I didn't want to talk about, rather, I didn't want to lose it. And I didn't want to wait until I got that channel up and running. So apparently I can do videos, but it's not allowing me to go live just yet. So I got to figure out what I got to do in order to go live. Okay. So that's why this is not on the other channel. Okay, thank you for that. Um, yes, projecting. Yes, reflecting and yeah, projecting. Gigi, hey Gigi, deflected and projecting. Both of those are really really good adjectives to what I was feeling like was happening to me. Back to the poor behavior. Yes, yes. It's like once you start giving me some love one day and I think that we good, we done love and made up and all that other good stuff. The next day it goes right back to the poor behavior, right? And love is not supposed to be inconsistent like that. If you really love someone, if that person really loves you, you'll continue to feel that love. You'll continue and you'll continue to feel that love, okay? Telemate says, with a narcissist, it's all about them. They love to love bomb you and then hurt you. A narcissist is the worst kind of person. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's definitely all about them. It's definitely all about them. Very selfish. Um, period. Looking all fine and thriving. Thank y'all, Kane, for the cake. Katrina says, no, you went through so you could be here. You are supposed to be here to help us going through now. I'm thankful because I've been alone in this for a while. Now it's helpful for me. This is helpful for me. Girl, don't make me tear up a little bit more. Don't make me tear up a little bit more. This one eye want to cry. This one eye want to cry. Oh, God told me my hurt and my pain was not in vain. And so I do this probably with tears in my eyes, but I do this because I know I'm being obedient and I know that God's going to bless somebody and in turn also bless me. And I didn't mean to be crying in my little Sunday dress today. Ooh, Trinkle, stop it. Um, so Kay says, you may have felt fear of failing, but it wasn't you. Yes, thank you for that, Kay. Telemate says, that is what a narcissist does, is drain you and blame you. They break you to the lowest and it takes to rebuild yourself. I've been there. Yeah, yeah. He definitely tried to make me feel like, again, I would tell him in therapy I felt like I was this small when he would talk to me and when I was just interacting with him. And he never assured me, no, Trinka, I don't see you like that. You're not this small. He never assured me. I would say those things, the different things that I felt, and that was never in a reassurance. That was, well, it was almost like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Not, no, baby, this is not what it is. I think more of you than that. It was, I'm sorry you felt that way. And so, in telling me I'm sorry you felt that way, it's almost like you deal with your own feelings. You work that thing out yourself. And so, in turn, that's what I end up having to do, work it out myself. Um, my oldest daughter went through a lot in a relationship, and this is where I first learned about narcissism. To see your child go through something like this is heartbreaking. Yes, and that's what my mom told me. I mean, I could just see when she told me that day that he had taken a sparkle out of my eyes. It hurt me to see that my mom saw me hurt. I mean, I would try to fake the funk, y'all. I would try to act like I was good. I would try to, kind of carry on with life as if I didn't have an issue or that everything was good. But parents see through that thing, right? They see through it. And so, wow. And so, like I said, a black guy, a rib broken, anything that they do physically to you, that stuff heals. But the emotional abuse and the mental abuse, that stuff stays. And that's how I know I'm not all the way where I need to be. That's why I know I'm still healing. That's why I know that this is important for me to be able to still talk about it. And this is therapeutic for me talking about it because, again, I know off bat what I'm not going to deal with moving forward. I need to get some tissue. I know what I'm not going to deal with, right? Hold on. And you have to do what's best for your own self. You got to do what's best for you because that person that's doing that to you, they don't. You sometimes we expect the people that are causing the pain to heal us from the pain. How crazy is that? The people that are causing the pain, we go to them for help. We go to them for life support. They don't care anything about you. They don't want to cause it. Shamika's in the house. Good morning, Trinket. You look amazing. Thank you. I'm late. I'll catch the replay. Seemed like I missed some important information. Yeah, I hope she's able to come back and look at the replay. Um, Thank you for the roses. She always giving flowers. Thank you so much, Shamika. Um, Telemate says he saw the awesomeness in you and was low key jealous. That's a narcissist. They are jealous of your glow, so they do everything to put out your light. My. I wonder about that too. I can see that being the truth. I really can. Our spirits definitely were not aligned together at all. And yeah, yeah. And they want you to be their cheerleader, but I had a problem with being a cheerleader for somebody that made me feel this small. You know, he had endeavors that he was going through, but I could never be that cheerleader for him because again, I feel this small, so why am I going to be cheering you on? I couldn't bring myself to fake it. Why am I going to be cheering you on when you make me feel like nothing? And so that's what I didn't do. And he got the cheering somewhere else. Bam. That's fine. That's fine. Because I feel like what happened was meant to happen and they are meant for each other. Um, I don't miss that at all. I don't miss if that kind of love that he was supposedly giving me was all he could give Trinka, I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. Thank you, Katrina. I don't miss it at all. I'm good by myself. And I mean that. I ain't no tears coming out my eyes when I say that now. Because I mean that. I am good by myself. I'm never going to be in another relationship that makes me feel this small. If you can't love me as much as I love you or more, then guess what? I'm out. I'm not going to deal with anybody who makes me feel this small. And I don't want anybody that's watching me or looks at the replay to ever deal with anybody that makes you feel this small. If they make promises and they don't keep them, there's a problem with that as well. There's a problem with that as well. There's a problem with that with friendships. There's a problem with that with romantic relationships, family relationships. Anybody that you mean a lot to, they'll keep their promises to you. Okay, they'll make sure that they're where they're supposed to be for you if that's what they've said they're going to do. I believe that, and more I'm realizing that you know what? It's just talk. It's just talk. Lady Diva Washington is in the house. Um, I was just checking the other channel. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, but it's up, but it's not allowing me to go live, Kay. And if you want to talk to me outside of here to help me get it back, get it up, then do that. That'll be fine. I appreciate that. But it is up and it is running, but it's not allowing me to go live. It's got to taking me through some steps of something that I'm not sure what I need to do on. I already said that I'm not tech savvy. When it's not super duper easy to do, I'm lost. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I would appreciate it if you I would appreciate if you help me outside of here. Because I do want to talk about this on that other channel. Because people that did not come to this channel for this, yeah, they're gonna be like, "Well, dog, what the world? I thought this was a gift basket channel." And she over here crying. What's she crying about? So yeah. Uh, hey Ashley, how are you? Okay, you are a beautiful woman inside and out. Thank you, TaylorMade. Details and Designs said just join. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Details and Designs. Felina Gifts and Designs says good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Hey, Trinka. Lady Diva Washington says Inspirations by Shiva is in the house. Hello. How are you? Blessings to you, Trinka. Thank you. It's Marie sending the prayer hands up. Thank you so much. Ivory Kisses saying happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Michelle. Ashley says, I love you, Trinka. Oh, I love you too. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your feelings. You are an amazing woman, and I know that we all needed this. If not for you, then somebody else, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Ashley. S. Marie said, please like if you haven't already. Y'all, do y'all hear my stomach? Y'all, I am hungry. Let me tell you. Have my procedure tomorrow, and I can't eat nothing. Oh my goodness. I can't eat nothing, y'all. So I got it. Well, I can't eat nothing. I think I can do some applesauce. So I'm gonna do some applesauce. Get me some Gatorade or something they say I can have. But child, when I tell you my stomach, I'm hungry. Woo, child. Sending hugs, Trinka. Thank you, S. Marie. Yes, love. Still healing. The release is healing. Let the tears flow. Love you and your testimony. Amen, Sheba. 100% mean that. Okay. Kay said, to be alone doesn't mean lonely. Exactly. And I'm definitely not lonely. I'm definitely not lonely at all right now. And I thank God for this opportunity just for me to figure out, okay, who is Trinka? Who is Trinka past all of that trauma that I experienced? Who am I? Who am I? And so that's what I got to do. I got to figure out who am I since all of that has happened to me. One thing I do know is that I still have a lot of love to give and I'm open to giving it. Okay. I'm going to love like I've never been hurt before. That's what I tell y'all. Okay. Uh, as Marie says, 100%. Ashley said, yes, agreed. Catherine Brokenberry. Hey, Trinka and everybody. Happy to catch her live. Honey, I'm sorry. This live is not about gift baskets or anything. So if you want to stay, I don't know if you're still on, then thank you for staying. But yeah, I'm sorry that this is not gift baskets. This is Trinka talking about mental and emotional abuse and praying that nobody has to go through it. Okay. And if you are going through it, hopefully the things that I've said today has woken you up. Is that a word? I hope that you awoke after hearing it and stop some of that abuse. Like I said, the person that's abusing you is not going to say, Trinka, wake up. I'm abusing you. Trinka, you ain't got to put up with what I'm giving you. They're not going to say that to you. They're not going to say any of that. You got to wake up on your own. So do what you got to do to wake up and save yourself, okay? So Crafted Machanta, yep, you're late. But it wasn't planned, so you're not late, honey. Just get in where you at, okay, and look at the replay. You should do voice reading for audiobooks. Girl, thank you though. Thank you. I tried to actually do like a reading of 100 prayers for my future husband. Me and some of my girlfriends are believing God for a husband, and I actually tried to do a recording for them every day for 30 days, and that is a whole job because you cannot record anything or send it out to somebody that you got errors on or you stumbling over words. So when I tell you stop and start so much trying to get a good message out and trying to get that good prayer out for your friends, I did a lot. I enjoyed it. I know it was blessing us, but it's a whole job. But thank you for that. Thank you for that. Saying my voice is nice. Inspirations by Sheba says, I'm here. YouTube hasn't always been allowing me to like channels the last couple of days, but I definitely like this live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Catherine Brokenberry. She says I look so pretty. Thank you so much. Designing, gift designing love of baskets and inspiration says the thing To know is to never, the thing to know, it's never the abused, but the abuser who has the issue. Yes. And this is what I realized. Details and Design says, I was married to a narcissist, but the man I have now is very understanding, caring, and loving. He is my best friend and even thanked me for letting him love me. I am broken, and he assured me. I am broken, and he assures me. I'm assuming you're saying he assures you regularly. Yeah. And so that's the thing. For God to be, that's my prayer. God, send me somebody who can deal with me where I'm at. I don't think I have to be all the way healed in order to engage in another relationship that is healthy. I just don't believe that because, again, I don't know when I'll be totally there, right? So I just pray that God sends me somebody who can deal with me where I'm at. You're still broken, but you got your husband now, is someone who's anointed to be able to deal with your hurt. Everybody can't deal with your level of hurt because guess what? They are dealing with their own. And so if they're not God led, they're not going to be able to deal with your level of hurt that you're dealing with. And so I just thank God, for the future husband that is going to be able to love me through and reassure me and let me know that I don't have to, um, that what I experienced before is not what he is going to be for me. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe to be true. And that's what I'm standing on, y'all. That's what gives me hope, knowing that. Sending hugs and prayers. Thank you, Rochelle. Um, uh, Okay, I read that. Details and Designs. Inspirations by Sheba said, yes, learn who is Trinka, right? Details and Design says that everything will be okay. Trying to be better myself so that you can have a better relationship. Yes. Inspirations by Sheba says 100 prayers. S. Marie says maybe jello or broth. Check with the info sheet and figure out quickly, Trinka, before it's too late and you miss your opportunity for jello. Yeah, jello is one of the things that I can eat, and I would definitely be eating some of that. Sheba says, that's good. Someone to love you where you are and where they are. Right, right. Because everybody comes in the door with something, right? Everybody comes in the door with some level of baggage. And so my thing is, God, just bless me with somebody who's anointed to deal with mine. You know, in this dating world, you try to figure out, okay, what are some of the things that I can do, things that are non-negotiables for me, are things that I really, really got to have in place. And so some of the things that well, let me not say it like that. Things that are non-negotiable are things that got to be in place before I can move forward with you in a relationship, right? And some of the things that I thought I wanted. So as I get older and I interact with a whole lot of different guys, have conversations with a lot of them. I've gone on dates with a lot of them, and yeah, it just a lot of them, um yeah, there's some things about some of them that just say, you know what, Trinka, no, I ain't gonna be able to deal with that. And if it's a physical attribute, most of the time as I get older, that is not the one thing that I'm like, oh, okay, he got to be this, he got to be that. Basically, I try to look at the matters of the heart. Okay, so if this man loves God, if he if listen, if he ain't afraid to pray with me, if he ain't afraid to cover me, then that's a good one right there. Okay, if he's a hard worker, if he's not trying to knock my hustle, if he's not trying to be selfish, if he ain't prideful, if he ain't all those things, then I can work with him. Okay, I can work with him. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this coming up. Lady Diva says conversations such as his helps them conversations as this helps them or saves lives. Amen. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yes, ma'am. I really feel like it definitely saves lives. I really feel like conversations like this help us from wasting time. Y'all, time is precious. I was almost 50 years old and I said, I can't, I'm too old to be crying. I'm too old to be crying to that magnitude that I was crying. I remember being in the bathroom one night, and I remember and he was laying in the bed, and I remember just so broken. I was boohoo crying in the bathroom, and I was just talking to God. I was praying. I was talking to God. Well, not praying. I was just talking to God, and I was just loud with it. And he was in the bath, and he was in the room, and I was in the bathroom, just pouring out, y'all, just pouring out. Nothing in this man said, "Go and embrace her." Nothing. I was, and when I tell y'all don't expect the person that hurt you to help you heal. Don't expect the person that keeps hurting you to give you life support. They're not gonna do it. He would stare at me like I was a deer in headlights. He was a deer in headlights. That's just how emotional he was, or lack thereof. That was just how disconnected he was. I couldn't understand it. Like I am like in here just broken all the way down. And I was expecting him to help me, y'all. And he was not my helper. He was not my helper. When I returned back to the, Michelle says, when I returned back to the dating world years ago after my divorce, I told myself I would date 50 men and learn from each one of them. And I fell in love on number 34. You know what, Michelle? That's one of the things that I'm learning to do too. I have learned so much, and that's why I continue to go on dates here and there, because this is experience for me. Because mind you, I was married for 22 years. I was 100% faithful. Okay, I did not what's the word? Entertain anybody outside of my husband. Okay, and so with that being said, I didn't know what every other man thought. I didn't even really befriend guys. Male, I've got more male friends now that I can talk to about relationship stuff. And now I had many of them say, "Girl, pretty much if we were friends back then, I could have told you A, B, or C, but I didn't have that. I didn't. My husband was it as far as a male person for the most part, and so I didn't have anybody in my ear saying, for the most part, you didn't have to do this or you don't have to do that. Now I do have some family members that was in my ear, some that was trying to help me when I was just real broke down, right? But for the most part, I kind of went through this thing without that male influence as I would need it to be, that I needed it to be here, and so um, yeah, so I didn't learn like all these different personalities these men have, child, and all these different things they bring to the table, or lack thereof. I'm just learning it. And so a lot of people, Michelle, will tell you, why do you want to date multiples? And guys don't want you to date multiples. They don't want to know that, okay, well, I'm going out with you and somebody else going out with you. Yeah, pretty much. Because ain't nobody, you know, pop the question. And if they had, and I will say this, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know something that you probably didn't know. So I was engaged since I've been married, since I've been divorced. So somebody did pop the question. I was engaged to this really nice guy, and but I knew he wasn't my husband, but I was so excited that somebody else wanted me that I accepted this young man's engagement. Um, He's a very nice guy, very nice guy. And to this day, I feel like I could call him, and if Trinka needed something, and he tells me all day long, Trinka, you're a good woman. And I believe that. And I tell him he's a good man. But at the time, I realized he was not my husband. Okay. Very good man. And if you ever watch this, you know who you are. You know that I'm forever grateful to you. Very good man. Y'all showed me he really showed me a lot of love, but I probably kind of got into that kind of fast too, child. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So at the time, he wouldn't mind, okay. And so I understand that and know that. But again, if I need him today, I know that he will be there. And that's one thing about the different people that I have dated, since I've been divorced. I feel like I got a good rapport, to be honest with you, with everybody I probably went out with that I stay in contact with. I feel like if they haven't moved on and gotten married or whatever, I feel like I could call them and say, hey, I need A, B, or C. Can you help us out? You know what I'm saying? As far as maybe things that I can't do around the house, right? And so that's how I know I'm a good person. I go, shoot, these men that I done dated, if I wasn't, they'd be like, child, please. But I really feel like the ones that I had those real good connections with, they really could see my heart. I feel like if I needed them, they'd be here. Anywho, I don't know how I got off on that. I got off on that in telling you that I was engaged since I've been divorced. And so I was engaged for, I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but a few months. And then I realized, let me not waste this man's time because I don't feel like I'm his wife. Even though he was a good person, I just did not feel like I was his wife. So anyway, that's that. Mate says, I've learned at my old age to listen to your gut, not my heart. Your gut will never guide you wrong. If your gut says no, listen. You are absolutely right. Your heart can lead you so wrong. Your heart, do not follow your heart. People say follow your heart. That's the worst advice to give. Don't follow your heart. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It ain't always the right way. Mm-mm. Because following my heart left me in that marriage 22 years longer than what I should have been. That's what following my heart did. Okay. And it brought me so much pain. So no, I agree that is not the answer to it all. Hey twin, how you doing, Pooh? Yes, yes, yes. What you looking out? What you book out for, Sheba? You didn't know I was engaged. Is that why you looking like that? I was engaged, girl. I was taking it personal when it didn't work. Michelle says. Then I almost rate. Hold up. Okay, you wrote it, so I'm assuming I can read it. I was taking it personal when it didn't work. Then I was almost raped and fell apart. I healed from it and then changed my way of thinking as this is a learning journey. Each man taught me something. My God. Hmm. I've never experienced that by the grace of God. But thank God that you got away safely and that you are on your healing of journey and you have God has blessed you with a man that helps you get through that. My. Yeah, I learned something different from everyone too. I've learned something different from every guy that I've dated. I really have. And I don't regret any of it. And I don't feel like the dating process is a waste of time. I feel like you gotta interact with these different people to know. There's this one guy that most recently that I talked with. He told me he would change my world. So Trinka, girl, I could change your world. Okay, because he was financially where he needed to be and all this, that, and the other. And he told me he changed my world. Yeah, he did. But I just didn't feel it. I just didn't feel it. And so don't fake it. Don't fake it if you ain't feeling it. And some people even may say, child, please, you'll learn how to feel it. Let me know if that's how y'all feel. Y'all feel like I learn how to feel it. If I ain't feeling it, if he'll change my world financially, should I just go with it? What? Tell me what? Am I doing something wrong? Am I trying to do it the wrong way? Am I trying to do it the wrong way? He told me he changed my world, honey. And the way I saw him balling, he would. I think he could. I really think he could. Hey Trinka, I started dating not until my junior year in high school. I dated a guy for 2 years, and shortly after graduation, we broke up. No loss to me. Okay. Then I met someone else that I thought I would. Okay. We lost the other part of the conversation. I'm gonna do a video of my past because here now I can go on and on. Please, Pooh, everybody get a testimony because testimonies help other people. Knowing what other people have gone through really help other people that may be going through it or maybe have gone through it and they may be feeling like they're stuck. But we don't have to stay there. We don't have to stay in that stuck space. Okay. Um, KOK says, hey, Trinka, you are beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad you found your way out of that marriage. Thank you, honey. I am too. You deserve better. Never settle. You have a lot to offer. Thank you so much, KOK. I received that. Thank you so much. No, and nobody deserves to be treated like that. And nobody should love themselves so little to where they accept that. That's why I say at some point I had to look into myself and say, Trinka, what is it about you that is allowing this man to treat you this way? What is it about you that you don't love about yourself? What is it about you that you don't believe that you can that you can actually meet somebody else that's going to treat you better. Because this wasn't good anyway. So anything better than that was good, right? Anything better than that was better. Because that was far from good. It's a no. It's a no for you. What? Lord, I wish I knew which question you were answering, honey. It's a no for you, Katrina. What a no mean, honey? Katrina said, I mean, Kay said that. Katrina said he would tell me he's leaving or wanted a divorce. So when I had enough, he said he was leaving and left, and I changed the locks. Okay. Then he came back and he realized that I was really done. I'm telling you, we got to do more time. We got to, all the talk in the world ain't going to convince them that you're done. We got to stop talking and we got to show some actions, right? We got to show some actions. If I had known if I had been the person today that I am back then, honey, that marriage wouldn't have lasted no time. It really would not have. Inspirations by Sheba saying those eyes are for or how much you have grown in your transparency of your testimony. I'm teary eyed over here. Oh, Sheba, love you too, girl. Michelle is saying, "Hey, no, hold up, y'all. I can't hardly see it now because I feel like my eyes watering. So, hold up. Let me look at my. It says, Michelle says, heck, no, don't fake it. Pray, meditate, and when you feel it in your spirit, when it's right. That's probably what Kay was saying. Oh no, to um inspiration. Okay, Catherine says, Mary Witch was going well for about 2 years and then he got hooked on drugs. So I tried to be there for him, but didn't turn out good. I don't know where time has gone, but it was over 32 years ago since then. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So did you ever remarry? Did you ever get remarried again? Or are you still married or what's what? Pooh says, I got married at 21 because my mother didn't give me the love I needed and still don't get it. And I'm divorcing Ladybug, dad, child. These boys were my sons. Do what you got to do for you, Pooh. Do what you got to do for you, honey. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna advocate for you better than you can advocate for you. Ain't nobody gonna love you better than you can love yourself, okay? I just don't advise anybody to stay in a relationship for the children. I don't advise anybody to stay in a relationship because you don't feel like you can make it. God gonna make a way. He's gonna make a way. Sending love, Katrina. Yes. Sheba says, sending love, Katrina. Catherine says, 32 years since I've dated. That's how long I kept the road blocked up. Wow. Catherine, we need to get you out here in these dating streets, honey. Woo, child. I'm going to go on me a date now. Listen, if ain't nothing but just to have some fun, just to have, listen, because y'all soft legs, y'all good. But at a certain point, I need a hard leg, okay? I need a testosterone in my life. I can't spend all my days talking to y'all. I need some testosterone in my life. I need somebody that's gonna be a man. I need somebody that's gonna, just make me feel like a lady. That's gonna spoil me and just love on me and treat me, you know, to the, as far as I let it go is what I'm saying. Y'all don't get that twisted, okay? Because I'm just dating, okay? I'm just dating. Just meeting people, just mingling. Oh, child. Pooh said exactly. That's why I said, love you first, pure. More love for thyself. Exactly. Oh, don't cry, Trinkle. Details by design said. Okay, Kay says, a no for the man who will change your world with the money. Okay, right. And so let me tell you about that. So that's the thing. You had the money, but the other stuff wasn't lining up that I needed. Part of the things that were my non-negotiables. I don't care about money because I'm not very materialistic. I like stuff. I say that all the time. I like stuff, but I'm not materialistic. I don't care about stuff. At the end of the day, it's all about, listen, we can live in a shack. with some pretty curtains up, and long as the house smell good and clean. Okay. I want to feel in my soul that this man loves me. I remember thinking, Lord, please don't ever let me get sick because I don't feel like this man is going to care for me the way I need to be cared for. That's bad. A man that I was married to for that many years, I remember saying that to myself, please God, please don't allow me to get sick while I'm married to him. Because I didn't feel like he was going to pour into me and be there for me the way I needed to be. And if you ever feel that way, you know that's the wrong marriage. You know that's the wrong marriage. Yeah, Catherine, we need to I ain't gonna say you need to get any. I do say get in these dating streets if that's what you desire, but everybody don't desire that. Katrina laughing. Kay says 32 years you have been pushing yourself. Get outside. You are worthy. Punishing yourself. Exactly, Kay. That's how I feel, honey. You better get out there. There's a man out there waiting to be loved on and who's waiting for you to love him. I'm not punishing myself for the hurt that I've already gone through, y'all. I'm not. I'm not punishing myself. I will love again, y'all. I will be loved again. I promise you that. I've started a new job back in off. Okay, hold on. Michelle said, "At Catherine, we need to get you in these dating streets." Okay, we sure do. Catherine says, "I've started a new job back in August, and I've noticed that when I hit production in the job, that one of the managers singled me out with a joke. He's been very professional, but I feel he has been what? What you feel he has been?" Thank you, at Sheba. Katrina says, Inspiration says, yes, enjoy your journey. Catherine says, he has been flirting and it actually got me back thinking to test the waters again. Okay. One thing about a man, honey, he gonna let you know for sure. You ain't gonna wonder. He gonna let you know. And if that man's single, and hey, why not? If that man's single, see what he talking about. Okay. He's flirting for a reason. One thing about it, he's not going to flirt if he's not interested. Okay. He likes what he sees, Catherine. Okay. Kay says, what's behind that money? Right. What you got to deal with, what you got to put up with to get to be very taken care of with all that money. Right. What you got to deal with? Will I have to stop what I do? Will I have to be at your every disposal? What's behind somebody to get all that money that say he can take care of me? He'll change my world. That's what he told me. I bet you will change my world. Child, Trink won't be on here doing no video. Trink won't be doing baskets. Trink will be done uprooted and move wherever he live, because that was gonna be another thing. I don't want to move from where I'm at. I don't want to move from where I'm at. So God, send me a husband around in the middle Georgia area, please. Central Georgia area. Warner Robins, Augusta. No, not Augusta. Warner Robins, Catherine, Bonaire, Centerville, Macon, those areas. Byron, Perry. Send me a husband from these areas. God, I know it's somebody suitable for me somewhere in those local areas. Because y'all ain't trying to uproot. I'm not. Listen, I got my business here. My gift basket community is growing. People are looking for me in these areas. He gonna do what he gonna do right here in these areas. My daughter always tell me, "Mama, your husband ain't in one of Robin. He might not be in one of Robin, but he in one of the areas that's close to me. Because what I ain't gonna do is be driving 2 hours to see anybody, and I don't need him to be driving 2 hours. Because at the end of the day, he gonna get tired of that. I've experienced that. He gonna get tired of that child, and he gonna be wanting me to do the same. And I'm gonna be like, child, I got too much to do. I can't do it. I can't drive. I'm sorry. Because he's gonna get boring for me, and it's gonna get tired for me too. Okay, so what's behind the money? Catherine said. Okay, my message was too long, but what I was saying was, okay, what I was saying is, no, I never married him. Oh, okay, you never married the guy that you. Okay, so then you're free, honey. You're free to be you. Gift baskets. And more says her gift baskets, and more says, hey, Trinket, everybody. Hey, her gift baskets and more. So as you can see, we're not talking about gift baskets. So you can stay on if you want to, honey. We are so way off topic today. We are so way off gift basket topic. I've been out of the dating game too long until I have to get tips. Listen, I was married for 22 years. Listen, I was so green as green could get, okay? Because when I was out here dating before, so different. These guys these days, it's almost like they want you to court them. I'm like, no, I'm old school. I'm old school. I ain't, no, no. So, Lord, send me an old country boy who is not afraid of just pouring out to me. And see, I'm speaking this thing. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to the Lord, okay? I'm speaking this thing out. Somebody who's not afraid of chivalry, honey, love on me. Because the more you love on me, guess what? It produces something in me that makes me want to love more, give more, spoil you more. That's what I want. Lord, you hear me. Lord, you know what kind of child you made in me. Um, Kay said that's an indication that she doesn't trust what the fact that she hasn't gotten out again. Listen to Kay. Kay giving all this therapeutic advice. That is that indication. It may be that indication, and then also she may not feel like um sometimes we feel like you know what we've gotten too old and there's nobody out there for me. That's the biggest lie. That's the biggest lie. We're not too old. And guess what? There's when you go outside, any of y'all go outside and y'all be like, oh my God, she got a husband. Now what's up? She got a husband and I ain't got no husband. What's up with that now? I know I look, we get into all that, right? But guess what? It ain't even about all of that all the time. Yeah, looks matter. Don't get it twisted. Looks matter because men or most men are attracted to physical first, right? And then they have to find out who you are in your heart, right? But that person that you might not even think they had a chance with anybody, the way that that person made that man's feel is what drawed him, okay? What drew him, brought him, whatever the word is, okay? That's what it is. It ain't about, don't get caught up in, oh my God, you left me for somebody that was da 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 da. Child, it ain't all about looks all the time. Woo, child. But do think, Catherine, please feel like you are worthy, honey. Please feel like you are worthy. I feel like some just keep poking at. Um, and I'm gonna tell. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. That's my little modesty pad. See, I just tell it all on this show because we are live like that. You know, you have to put your little modesty pads in here so all that won't be saying I'm here. So it looked like my modesty pad is saying I'm here anyway. But anyway, that's what that is, child. I'm trying to make sure I ain't mess nobody up today in church. Whew. Let me go back. Let me see where I was. Where I was. Details and Design says, I believe my man is my soulmate. Through my marriage and his marriage, we both dated other people, but somehow God keeps bringing us back together. Not to mention, we were high school sweethearts. You feel like your man is your soulmate, and through my marriage and his marriage, we both dated other people. You mean after your marriage and after his marriage, you all both dated other people, and God keeps bringing you all back together? Not to mention that you was high school sweethearts. I've heard a lot of people that were high school sweethearts and have married other people and divorced or their spouses died or whatever, and they found themselves back together. I said, go for it, Details and Designs. I really do. If y'all keep finding yourselves connected to one another, there's a reason for that. Okay. Katrina says that part. Mine brought me ibuprofen, but nowhere he got it. Okay, let me slow down. Mine brought me ibuprofen. Don't know where he got it, but it was not ibuprofen. I knew that he did not care and actually felt I was in danger. My God. Mm-mm. Catherine says, I wouldn't want to be with anyone for money because what happens if the money runs out? Good point, Catherine. Ivory Kisses says, at Catherine, he has awakened the heart, but not the workplace. He has awoken the heart, but not in the workplace. A manager, she wants to know, is that a manager? Okay, Ashley said, hey, not, why not? Okay, I know that's right. Flirting with me. All right, Catherine said he flirting with her. Is that a manager flirting with you? Compromise, Trinka, compromise. Listen. That's the word I gotta learn. Ivor Kisser says, Trinka, you have me rolling. Lord, send me some testosterone in the Georgia area. Exactly. Girl, for real. Somebody that's suitable for me, okay? Rhonda Brooks, how you doing? Uh okay, somebody named Rhonda Brooks is in the house. Are you new to my channel, Rhonda Brooks? She says, hello everyone. Don't go for someone's. Okay, you might have to rewrite that, Rhonda, because I know at the end you said don't overlook the red flags. I got that. But the other part I need you to rewrite for me. Kay says, from wherever you have to ask God to send someone who would be willing to uproot himself to the state for you. So that's the thing. If he come to me, I'm fine. But I feel like y'all, unless he just listen, unless I'm just sold in all these other areas, I think I need him to come to me. Listen, this is the thing. With me having my own business, I tell guys all the time, look, for me to uproot and come to you, can you take care of me until I get myself established in my business again? And if the answer is no, I'm not for you. You know, I have built a whole community in my community where parents and people that know me can send clients to me as far as my daycare business. Can this man take her Trinka for some time until she get established again? Can you take her Trinka? That be the question. And if you don't feel like you can take her Trinka, then you ain't my husband. If you want me to uproot, don't have me uproot and I'm over there eating sardines. Can you really take care of me? That's the question. Now I'm gonna bring some stuff to the table now, husband. But can you, at the end of the day, hold me down until I get where I need to go? Because I don't want to be I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I think I'd be crazy. I think what I want to do is definitely do things in the time frame that I want to do them. And if I want to work, I want to work, but I don't want to have to work. That makes sense. If I got me a husband, I don't want to ever have to work anymore. Kay says, okay, thank you, Kay, for that. Catherine says, laugh out loud. I won't make the first move, but I played it slick and asked him how long he been with the company and that he is from Chicago. So I said, do you have family down here? And he said, no, just him. There you go. That's your answer right there. He's single, honey. Make sure he's single, not just separated. Because we don't need nobody separated either. Catherine said, if he makes a move, I'll take it into consideration, but you can best believe I will go slow for sure. Monique said, you definitely shouldn't uproot yourself. You have a lot to go on for yourself. Yes. Shakina in the house. How you doing, lady? Rhonda says, my message was too long and got messed up. Take your time and wait for the Lord. Yes, ma'am. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm still single because I could have a whole husband in the house right now. I know I could, but I am taking my time and I'm not in a hurry. I'm not anxious to be married. I just I make sure God understands and know that that is a desire of mine. But I'm not anxious. I'm not anxious to be married because I know that He's still working on me. And I just pray that the man that He has for me, that He's still working on him, making him the man that he needs to be for me. Okay. So I am definitely taking my time. I can have a whole boo in the house, honey. Be like, Trinka, what's for dinner? Oh, it'd be so funny, Catherine says, because one day I went to work looking kind of cute, and it was so funny because while I was working, I turned around and caught him looking at me, but he tried to play it off. Sound like Katrina ain't lost her what y'all want to say? She ain't lost nothing. She just needed opportunity to sound like to me, Catherine. Sound like Catherine just needed an opportunity to sound like to me. You do your thing, honey. Yes, after marriage. Okay, got you. Details and designs. Kay said, oh, how will he treat you because he has the money is most important. Well, in the process of us talking and we did a few dates, seemed like he was treating me really well. I mean, that was still early on. He was a gentleman. Seemed like he was treating really well. But on that spiritual level, I want my husband to me to learn from him. I want him to be um I just don't want anybody from ground zero, if that makes sense. I don't want anybody that's a babe in Christ. And I don't want to sound ugly, but I want somebody that's going to be able to cover me. I don't want anybody that's going to be clamming up when I need him to pray for me, when some bad don't happen to me, when some bad don't happen to my family. I don't need you clamming up saying whatever crazy stuff he could say. I need him to cover me. I need him to know that he gonna love me like Christ loved the church. So I just don't want any man. And with me just not wanting any man, guess what that does? It reduces my pool. It reduces my dating pool. It makes it to where, child, please, where you can have a whole boo in the house. You sitting out here on live talking to these ladies online. Oh, child, y'all funny. Ask God for directions. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miss Rhonda. Thank you for that. Yeah, hopefully God will send me a man that is worthy of me. I've always told myself that it would take a hell of a man to break down that wall. And that hell of a man is out there, honey. You just got to be open, Catherine. That's what Catherine says. And Catherine says, yes, he is a manager. Him being a manager, that may be a line you don't need to cross, honey bun. Ask for what you want from God with details included. Girl, yes, that's what I be doing. That's what I be doing. Are you saying that you want to eat ramen noodles for your perfect soulmate? No, girl, that ain't what I said. Did I? I ain't say that. I said I didn't want to be over there eating ramen noodles or sardines or whatever over there while he talking about I'm good. I can come live with him. Mm-mm. But God, but Shakina says, but God, you down. Okay, let me see what you're saying, Shakina. Um, you down whether you're up or not. I don't know what you're trying to say, Shakina. Hey, Shakina. Yes, I want a leader and a provider. That's right. That's why I would go slow. That's right, Catherine. That's right, y'all. Yes, but hold you down whether you're up or not. That's right. That's right. I got you, Shakina. That is right. But y'all have been such a good, yes, hold him. I need somebody that's gonna hold me down. See, because I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be a help me. I'm gonna make any man feel like, oh my God. My granddaddy used to say, what is wrong? What is wrong with him? Child, please, you're a good woman. My granddaddy used to even pretty much tell me, you like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. But again, everybody don't see the value in you, y'all. And that's what we have to understand. Just because you feel like you're worthy, the right man is going to see the value in you. I don't care how good of a person you are. And if a right man ain't gonna see it. The right person ain't gonna see it, right? The way that you are as a person will irritate them instead of saying, oh my God, what a blessing she is to me. The right person will appreciate all that stuff and not be tripping about who you are as a person, right? And so that's how you know. If they always trying to change you, don't be coming in the door trying to change me. Don't be coming in the door trying to change who God made me to be. No, can you appreciate me for who I am? Can I appreciate you for who you are? And so, like I said, that's two sided. The person that he needed in his life, my ex husband, going back to him, was not who I am as a person, apparently. And I'm okay with that. At this point in my life, I am definitely okay with that. But y'all, Katrina says, narcissistic men find people with giving hearts and try to break them. Yeah. And when you no longer serve that purpose, if you no longer serve that purpose for them, if you no longer feed them in that way, if you be like, you know what, I'm not cheering for you anymore. You're not pouring into me. Let me stop cheering. They'll go find somebody else who's gonna drink their bath water. They'll go find somebody else who they can do all this stuff to. Because at one point, like I said, I'm 5'3". Y'all can't tell how tall I am on the screen, but I'm 5'3". And listen, listen, he made me sometimes act like I was a bulldog, like I was a big old person. He just brought all kind of stuff up out of Trinkle. But I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like being that person, y'all. Anyway, um, anyway, But y'all have been really, really good on this chat, and I ain't even talking about gift baskets at all. Thank y'all for the people, the likes that have already been given to the chat. Um, so far, anybody want to say anything else? I got to get ready to start drinking this stuff, y'all, for my procedure tomorrow, and I got to go get me some stuff. Catherine says, "I believe in a person. I believe a person in a person don't miss a good thing until it's gone." Yes, I believe that too. I don't know. I believe that for most people, but I don't know if I don't. You know, I'm about to say I don't know if mine miss me because he got something else to fill the cup. So I think when they are by themselves and they don't have anything or anybody to pour into them, then they start reflecting on what they had. But as long as they got somebody filling that cup for them, they ain't hardly thinking about you. That's how I think. That's how I think. When you got some quiet times by yourself and you go to reflecting, that's when they'll be able to say, dang, you know what? I really fumbled on that, you know? But until then, they ain't gonna see it, honey. I don't believe they're gonna see it. I don't believe they're gonna see it. But y'all chat has been bomb. It has. So I'm gonna probably jump off if there are no more comments. Cause I probably done said all I need to say. If y'all can end this chat with some laughter for me, that'll make me so happy. Yeah. If y'all don't have anything else to say. Since this is a gift basket community, y'all can talk about that if you want to, but if not, I'll go ahead and jump off. Thank you for all of the feedback, all of the wisdom that you all give. Blessings to everyone. Katrina is saying, heal well as I am happily healing. Be blessed and be a blessing. That's what Katrina said after all her lives. Be blessed and be a blessing, y'all. Okay? All right, Rochelle. God bless you, girl. Thank you. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Shamika. Thank you, Katrina. Amen. Did you, Kay? I hope you subscribe to my channel so you can catch me next time. I can't remember, y'all. Sometimes I'll be like, I know that some people you think are subscribed aren't subscribed. So I hope you are subscribed, honey. So you can come back. I loved your input. Thank you so much. You've been a subby. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. I'm glad that you all enjoying what God is laying on my heart to say and share and all that stuff. She said that my channel is bomb. I appreciate that. That makes me want to keep on moving, keep on doing what I'm doing. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you for the laughter. I appreciate that, y'all. And y'all find something to do, okay? That's going to create some laughter in your life today. I'll probably find something on Netflix to laugh about today. Lady Diva says, awesome live. Continue to have deep conversations such as this to help others in need. Have a blessed one. You too, Lady Diva. Thank you for jumping on, honey. Hope your replay doesn't have me crying, Shrinker. I can't promise that, Shamika. You already know. You already know, girl. You already know, Shamika. I be trying not to cry. I be trying, but God is, like I said, y'all. I just be so grateful, girl. And yeah, it's okay. It's okay. If you cried, then they need to come out. Enjoy your day too, ladies. Shakina. Kay says, even if the information is not for us, we all know someone who is dealing with it and is helpful in understanding what they are going through. Exactly, Kay. God bless you. Those of you who have never experienced this, like I said, God bless you, honey. God bless you. I wish I were not a part of this club, that I wasn't on this side and God using me to share some of this stuff and rehash some of this stuff. But I am a part of this club. So it is what it is. And I'm gonna turn that thing out around though to turn beauty into my ashes, okay? Everything that hurt me will be there to help you, okay? And everything that hurt me will be there to help me later on too. Okay? It's not in vain. I'm not and that's why I want everybody to understand I'm not in a bad place now. You all probably know that anyway. I'm not in a bad place. I'm really in a good place. So to God, I give the glory. I'm in an awesome and amazing place. And in its right time, God's going to do everything He said He's going to do. But until then, hey, well, in fact, He's already doing some things, you know what I'm saying? But until I can see everything that I prayed for, coming to fruition, and I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep being me and loving me, living, loving, and laughing. That's what I'm going to do. That's right. Thank y'all for the laughs and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off if there's not anything else. I appreciate you all for jumping on. Y'all look who done jumped on. Lisa Bell in the house. Hey Lisa, how are you, girl? Girl, you're gonna have to watch the replay. I done been on like almost 2 hours. I jumped on impulsively almost 2 hours ago and about to jump off. I guess I can give it 2 hours. I go on another 4 minutes. How you doing today, Lisa Bell? Lisa Bell has been blocked out the chat out my channel, y'all, for about 3 weeks. And this couple of days ago, I got a chance to put her back on. So I am so glad that you are back on because she is such a great supporter of this channel. I appreciate you, Lisa. We talked about knowing whether or not you are being mentally and emotionally abused. That's pretty much what the topic was today, okay? Yes, welcome back, Lisa. Kay said, we often wonder why people don't just walk, but it isn't easy. Girl, no, I told you it wasn't easy. I had a whole business at this location. So for me to up and walk, it would have been easy if I didn't work from my home. A lot of years I thought about that thing. But now I work from my home. I mean, I have to disrupt so much in order to leave this man. And not knowing at the time that I would be able to save my home, have my home still after the divorce, I didn't know any of that. All of that was like up in the air. I didn't know whether or not God was going to supply. I didn't trust that God was going to supply all my needs, right? I didn't trust that He had me and that He was my source and not the man. I didn't trust that. And so that's what kept me in it so long, not trusting that God was my provider. Okay, He's my ultimate provider. And so I stayed. And so I stayed. Thinking that, oh my God, the children are going to be so devastated. Oh my God, your children are devastated watching you there cry and be upset all the time. Oh my God, that's what they devastated about. They want to see you live your best life. And if it means without their dad, then that's what they want. At the end of the day, trust and believe. That's what they're going to want. They're going to appreciate that. Yes, Lisa, we welcome you back, girl. We welcome you back. You better say it, Shakina. You better say that. So yeah, so Catherine says, gonna go finish bagging up my grab and go Christmas gift. Can't wait until Black Friday. Me either. Oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot wait to start selling me some stuff. I'll be putting my stuff out on Facebook and stuff, but every now and again somebody might say, Trinka, can you do this and that and the other? But I don't get a whole lot of orders like throughout the year like that, just sporadic here and there. And I have the gifts available for when they do. But yeah, so yeah, y'all, I am, let's see how long I've been, almost 2 minutes. And then we're going to shut it down, y'all. Almost 2 minutes. I thank y'all for jumping on. One thing about it, you ain't going to be lonely with a YouTube channel. You ain't going to be lonely if you have a YouTube, if you don't subscribe to somebody's channel, because somebody's going to be doing something all the time. You got lives here and there. Everybody brings something different and unique to their channel. So go visit other people's channels, y'all. Go visit other people's channel. And whatever is special and unique that God is giving you, create your channel if you have not already done it. There's something special and unique that we all want to see. Okay. And I salute those people who have decided that they're going to do their first videos. I've been seeing that. Kudos to y'all. I've been seeing people do first videos, first shorts. I love, love, love it. And if you all were inspired by something I said, I love that even more. I'm so excited by the people who were able to get so many different subscriptions from our lives last week. Different people subscribing to their channel. And this is what I challenge you all. I talked to Katrina about this earlier. So the different people that you all subscribe to, don't just stop there. Y'all already know you cannot stop there, okay? You have to go and you have pick 5 people. 5 people, rotate your people out. Pick 5 people that you subscribe to, right? And be that person's ride or die. Go in there. You've already made the first step. You've already subscribed. What you do next is like their stuff. Everything they put out, like it. Like there's no tomorrow. Like it. And comment. Do those 3 things. That helps support their channel. Oh, and also share. Share that stuff. Even if it's somebody in your family, share it. Share it to somebody. Just share it. Just share it. Say, look, you ain't got, you want them to look at it, but even if they don't, you done shared it. You done did your part, right? Subscribe, number 1. Don't just be a subscriber, just sitting in the hallway. Subscribe and do something. Like it, comment, and share. Pick 5. And then once that time frame go, pick 5 more. And let that person and let somebody, hopefully somebody will pick you as their 5. And you can, like Katrina said one time, you let that stuff roll, even if you don't have time to look at a video, let it roll, let it play. You hear it, let it play. Right? Exactly. Shakina and Lisa agrees. Let it play. I go to sleep listening to y'all all the time. I go to sleep listening to y'all all the time. I used to go to sleep listening to people that truly weren't following me. People that are, that got millions of subscribers. But why not pour back into the community that pours back into me? So I start going to sleep to y'all, giving y'all that airtime. That's what I start doing. So yes, yes, yes. Well, anyway, y'all, that has been my 2 hours, and I called myself was going to get on for about an hour. Vernell, how you doing, honey? Um, Please watch the replay, Vernell. We about to get off. I've been on for 2 hours, and I need to go ahead and find me some Jello, some applesauce, some something to eat. Okay, but y'all represent somebody who is dealing with breast cancer. Somebody who my church wanted us to wear Kimberly Showers just jumping on. How you doing, honey? Yes, yes. Please catch the replay. I appreciate that. I do that, and YouTube always puts on people I don't even know. I hate that. Yes, when you wake up, it do be totally people that you don't even know. That is so true. I agree, Kay. But at least when you go to sleep, when you're alert, you can be subscribing to your channel. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, y'all, please catch the replay if you jumped on. But I know I can't stay on here. I would love to. Y'all already know it. But child, please, I got to get off. I have got to get off. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to end the live stream now. I'm live more on TikTok. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and try. What's your channel name, Kay? Did I subscribe to you already? Shamika said, I heard someone say slow the video down and it will increase your watch hours. Yes, but how do I do that? How do I slow the video down? I heard that too. I started following this girl. Hold on, let me see if I can. I started following this girl, and that's what she said too. Hold on. All right, Kay, I might have to do it later, baby, because I don't know why it's not letting me do it right now. And y'all don't get discouraged if y'all numbers aren't what y'all would want them to be. Don't get discouraged, okay? Just keep on keeping on with what you're giving. The right people that are supposed to be in the room will be in the room, okay? Um, Nobody's trying to get, well, some people may be trying to get rich off YouTube, but I know the amount of content that I give is not gonna, and the kind of content I give probably ain't 50 million people trying to hear it, okay? But the right people who are meant to be in the room will be in the room, and just show up for them. I know people that start churches with two people, their spouse and one other person from right down the street. And then their spouses and their children, they be all in the audience, in the congregation. And then you got one or two people that live around the corner that come to the church. And then years later, they have this big old church and big old following. So do what you do from the heart, and everything else will fall into play. Okay, don't get caught up in numbers. Okay, the people will see what see what they came to see, if it's you and if it's your heart, right? Okay, I got to get off. My grandson told me when I'm done with this live, he gonna cut the backyard. So I'm gonna need him to go ahead and do what he gotta do. He wanna cut the backyard. He is such a good grandson. I used to have to remind him to do certain things. Now he'll get out here, he see it needs to be done. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when he move and go and move somewhere else, which is like already in the making. I told him, y'all seen that TikTok video where the grandma would be calling the grandson and she was like, "Hey, hey, can you come cut my backyard?" And well, he be laughing and talking with her at first, right? And then when she go to talking about cutting the backyard, the phone just the guy just freezes. The young grandson just freezes, right? And she be like thinking, "Dang, what's wrong with this phone? Every time I get on this phone, something going on with this phone. It must be the connection." And it's the grandson like this, like it don't froze, y'all. He just be like this, and she just talking, and he like this, and she swear, oh my god, you can't tell her that phone ain't froze, cause that boy don't act like he like, look, what grandmama ain't gonna do is have me go over there and cut her grass, and then he just like that. So I told my grandson, I said, "Don't you be freezing on me when I call you about cutting my grass now. Don't be acting like there's something wrong with the line. There's something wrong with the connection. You can't hear me, none of that. You better come on over here and cut my grass." So he was like, "Grandma, I won't do that to you." So I'm so thankful. That's what he's saying now, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know, and now he said that later. But that's what he said. He said, "No, I wouldn't do that to you." What is this you sent me, Katrina? Katrina still on here? Oh, she is live now. Um, so yeah, y'all, that is so funny. You seen that? Hadn't that been funny, Monique? I be rolling every time I see it. Okay, Kay, for real. All right. So Katrina says that chilling with the Crowders is live. Look like at the Gulf Shores of Alabama Airbnb family getaway. I think that's what she's saying. Oh no, she ain't live. That was 4 hours ago, 2 hours ago. And this thing is saying I haven't subscribed to her, and I know I have. Or maybe this on my other, maybe this on my other channel. Child chilling with the Crowders, doing it up, honey. I want to come and hang out with y'all. But anyway, y'all have been good. Yes, thank you, Miss Peggy. Watch the replay. I keep saying I'm gonna get off and I'm about to, y'all. Y'all have a good one, okay? Bye. Thank y'all. It's been 2 hours and 8 minutes. I gotta get off. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you all on Tuesday.